Should you be paying tax on your content creation, on the things you're selling on Vinted, Facebook Marketplace, and just those side hustles? I actually was not planning on making this video at all. I made a very harmless 1-second video on TikTok, this trend. And then the comment section actually got me, wow. I didn't know that so many people are not informed. I didn't know so many people are not aware. But please remember, I'm not an immigration officer. I'm not a financial advisor. Seek professional advice. I am just telling you based on my own personal experience. I'm actually very reluctant these days talking about my finance, talking about money, because I'm from a part of the world where when you talk about money, they term it as if you're showing off. So I didn't actually know that so many people are not aware about what to do when it comes to tax and income in the UK. Please note, that being said, I didn't plan this video at all, so I may be all over the place. I've got my phone because we're going to go on the actual government website so that you can see what it says about your income, every income, no matter the type of visa that you're on. But please, that being said, I'm not saying you should run. I'm not saying you should run. Use discretion. I cannot be using all my mouth to talk. I'm not saying you should run and go and tell HMRC that, look, oh, I have a side hustle, or I'm self-employed, though, even especially if you're the main applicant or you're on COS. Please be very careful when it comes to this topic. Please be very careful. I have an accountant who helps me when it comes to filing my tax. My first year of filing my tax, that was a few years ago, I was still on visa. I did not pay any tax because my income was not up to £1,000. We're going to get into the detail. I'm not going to be telling you to please run and go and report yourself to HMRC, but I personally did it because I'm one person that if 100 people are doing the wrong thing, the day I do it is the day I get caught. If 50 people are climbing the barbed wire and they are jumping fence, right from when I was a child, if I try it, the day I decide to follow them to go and jump, that's the day the barbed wire will convert to electric barbed wire, and I'll be shocked. If people are doing this and doing that, I don't try it because it doesn't go well with my destiny. I'm not a saint. But as much as possible, if everybody in this whole world, I'm telling you, if they can get away without paying their tax on their content or anything they sell or income they get, I promise you, the day I apply for my ILR or the day I apply for my citizenship, I'm going to get caught. That's just me. It's not spiritual or anything. It's just who I think I am. So I tried. That was why I actually went, reported myself. The day I knew I was supposed to be paying tax was the day I enrolled myself, and I paid my tax like back even up to I've been doing content now over 5 years. I started from the beginning, and those years I was lucky on YouTube. I wasn't making up to £1,000 on YouTube, so I was waived. I wasn't paying. So let's get into things that you need to report. Or see, let me just tell you, I do self-assessments every year, not as a business, but as a side hustle. As a side hustle. It's different from when you say you're registering your company. Like my husband, he's a DJ, and every other thing he does is under his company. He registered it as a company. As a company, he has a name, a company. But me, I don't have a company, but I have self-assessment as a side hustle. So the way I reported myself to HMRC was like, I called, I'm like, hello, I do get some little money from content I post online as a side hustle, and they're like, yes, you need to pay tax on it. So whether I'm not supposed to report myself or not, please let me know in the comment section. But this is what I did, and this is what I've been doing. And I didn't know that so many people are not aware and have not been paying their tax. You may be lucky, you may get away with it, but like I said, this is my individual life, and I don't get lucky with things like this. So this is the government website. I'm going to try to screen record my phone. I will have used my laptop, but I don't want it to cover the whole thing. I want my face to still show. So let's screen record my phone. So whatever I'm saying is going to be like proper when I'm saying it. So go to the UK government website. Anything I tell you today, you can see on the UK government website. It says, check if you need to tell HMRC about your income from online platforms. You're a content creator. Okay, this is how these people get their money. They don't care about you. The more you work, the more money you pay. I pay tax. Like the last tax I paid. So some people don't understand, and some people are actually trying to come for me in the comment section. Look, let me not, please, so don't come for me. I pay tax, and because of what I earned last year, they sent an expected income of what they think I'm going to earn the following year and told me to pay it by June. So please don't. I even had it screen recorded when I was paying this tax, but I don't want to be showing you here so that people will not say I'm showing off or anything. I don't want trouble. Nobody should come for me. If you are not paying tax or this, please, let it good for you. You need to tell HMRC if you receive income through online marketplaces or social media, which I fall under. I'm a content creator. I have platforms and I earn from my platforms. This could be whether it's your main source of income or another source, sometimes called a side hustle. You see that UK, they know, all they want is your money. They don't care about you. If you're not working, if your benefits, good for you. But as long as you're hardworking, you have two left legs, you're going to work, they're going to take your money from you. They said, they even know that you call it side hustle. So that is what I fall under. It's a side hustle because I have my main job. A side hustle. Income could be money, gifts, or service you have received from, number one, selling personal possessions, selling goods, providing a service, creating online content, renting out land or property. If you received gifts or service instead of money, you will use the value of what it would have cost if you had to pay for them. This too will help you work out if you need to tell us about your income and how to report it if you do. Your selling personal possessions can be things like clothing, ornament, kitchen equipment, table chairs, jewelry, computer, all those things. In fact, they have done it in such a way that now, I think it was, I can't remember what month they said they were going to link your marketplaces accounts, all this, your eBay, your Amazon, all those places where we sell things that we no longer use. They're going to link those accounts to you so that whatever you're selling, they can see and see if you need to pay tax. So even if it is something that you bought and it is old, you're reselling, as long as it is valuable and the money has accumulated, or more, they will say you should bring money. What they want is your money. If you're selling personal possessions, you probably do have to pay income tax. And they said if you're selling items for more than £6,000, you may need to pay capital gain tax. The 6,000 values for a single personal possessions for capital gain tax also apply to the total value of item which form a set. For example, cheese pieces, books by the same author. Let's not go there. If you're selling an unwanted item, you're clearing out your attic and decide to sell your unwanted item using online marketplaces, for instance, Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, eBay, Vinted. None of the items you sell are worth more than 6,000. It's unlikely that you need to tell us about this income or pay any tax, no matter how many items you sell. So if these items collectively or individually does not worth over 6,000, meaning they give you a grace amount of 6,000 for those items, you do not need to pay tax on them. If you're selling a personal possession for profits, you are renovating your home and decide to sell a picture you own using an online marketplace, you might, if you bought it 5 years ago for 4,000, you sell it for 7,000, you need to you use the tool to find out if you need to look. It's a long story, I don't want to even be going on. And they talk about selling of goods. Please go and read it. Upcycling and selling, those people that used to repaint cupboard chairs and resell it. Important items to sell are like, it's just a lot. Please go and read it. Clothing and other materials, providing services like taxi driving, delivery food, gardening, dog walking, tutoring, cleaning, hiring. All those ones are seen as even side hustle job that you need to pay. Garden repair. Now let's go to the part that concerns you and I. Creating online content. This is where I fall. Online content could be making online videos, producing podcasts, social media influencing. So I make online videos and sometimes I market people's products. Income from creating online content includes gifts and services you receive from promoting products online. You need to add together this income with your income from other trading services such as selling goods or providing service. If your total income is more than 1,000 trading allowance for the tax year 6th April to 5th of April of the next year, you need to tell us about it. So like I said, my first few years of creating content, I wasn't paying tax because I wasn't earning up to 8,000. But the moment I started earning up to 8,000, I need to self-assess. In fact, I got a letter this April. They've sent me a letter telling me to self-assess. I already know. I don't want to be playing my phone. I have HMRC account and I see how much I'm supposed to pay. I saw how much I've paid in the past. Everything is there. I have the app on my phone. Okay, example of social media influencing. You're a content creator and influencing with a social media channel where you review beauty products. You receive advertising income on your videos. You also receive gifts from the companies you review, like, this TikTok goods and services. You may need to tell us about this income. If you're renting out your land or your property, you're renting out your spare room, you need to tell me HMRC about it. Okay, let us quickly go to check. Let's check before. Let's just use some amount. Let's say I've earned 2,000 in the whole 2024, 2025. April 2024 to April 2025. Let's use that. These are the options. Am I selling goods, personal possessions, providing a service, renting out lands or property? Am I an online creator? So this is where I fall. Continue. Which tax year am I trying to pay for? So I'm trying to pay for the last tax year, 6th April 2024 to 5th April 2025. Continue. How much was your income from online content creating? So it tells you everything. Just read through it. Let's just say the total I've earned in the whole of my content creation is £2,000. So I've continued. Are you registered for self-assessment as a sole trader? Select no if you've registered for self-assessment as a sole trader, but do not send a tax return last year. Okay, so let's just say no. I paid my tax last year, so yeah. So it says, are you sure this is what you mean? Yeah, it says you must tell HMRC about this income. You see? As long as you've made profit, you've earned that amount. Let's even go back. I even say, me that is registered. Yes, I've done my self-assessment. Continue. You must still tell HMRC about your income. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I have HMRC app. Can you see? It says, that's my name. It says self-assessment. So that's it. It's going to tell me how much I've paid in the past, your next payment. It says you must pay this by 31st July 2025. All the years I've been paying and what I've been paying. So, I don't know. With this, I hope you understand. I'm not saying you should run. Use your tongue to count your teeth. I'm not saying you should run and go and tell HMRC because you earn £2 now. But I'm saying check. Seek professional help. I have an accountant that I pay to do my tax. Are you seeing it? Oh God, it's painful. It's very, very painful. Especially when they bring the amount you're supposed to pay. It's painful because listen, that's why you need an accountant or somebody who knows how to do it, or you can learn how to do it yourself. Like I can deduct my phone, my bills, my editing, my lighting, all those things that relate to my work, my side hustle. I can deduct the expenses from it. Anyway, good luck. I just say, let me come and tell you. And if you like this content or you want more videos like this, let me know what you want me to talk about in the comment section. Drop a comment, drop a like, drop a love. Please, let's interact. The more you share my video, the happier I get, the more encouraged I am for me to come back and tell you a few more things that I've discovered on this our abroad journey. Thank you so much for watching. You know I love you. Share my video, please, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care, stay safe, and